Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Prime Minister. In the job figures today, we see the dangerous combination of stubbornly high inflation and job losses. Labor's only answer is to spend more money when history tells us this is exactly the wrong approach. Why does Labor always get the big economic calls wrong?
Give the call. Order. It's a very broad question. And give the call to the Prime Minister.
It is very broad, Mr Speaker. Question for every day. Every day the Treasurer sits there and he expects to get a question, and it just never happens, Mr Speaker. But maybe when we get back, that will happen. I live in hope. Well, of course, there was an increase in the unemployment rate today to 3.7%, up from 3.5%. I do note that that is still lower than the unemployment rate that we inherited when we came to office. I do note also that there were more jobs created on our watch in our first 6 months than any government in history. Any government in history. If you go back to any new government, no government has presided over the creation of more jobs than we did. And I'm asked as well.
Order.
I'm asked as well about debt from the mob that left us $1 trillion of debt. $1 trillion of debt. With
Order. The member for Hume.
With nothing to show for it. And
Order.
then you have our programs like the National Reconstruction Fund, which is supported by industry, which is supported by workers, which will be a great example of new industry policy, creating new industries, particularly in the regions, allowing us to deal with the constraints that are there in supply chains, but those opposite are opposing it. And then you have the safeguard mechanism, where, once again, they're just opposing it. Well, this is what the Chief Executive of AI Group Manufacturers said today, Innes Willicks. A form of political extremism is at play here. It has cost us before and it could cost us again. That is what the Australian Industry Group have had to say. Andrew McKellar, the head of ACCI, again, not an affiliate.
Order.
This is not the time for another climate war. Once again, being negative. For the sake of certainty and the achievement of our emissions reduction goals, the safeguard mechanism must pass Parliament. Past failure to deal with this reality has crimped certainty for industry and investors and left our energy sector in disarray. I wonder who the Energy Minister was. Australian businesses and households are now paying the price.
Order.
Indeed they are.
Prime Minister's time has concluded.